Hey guys, welcome to my messy bedroom. So today I'm going to be doing a video quite similar to my face mask chat videos, although as you can see I'm not wearing a face mask. I would put a face mask on, but I just don't really want to. It gets all sticky and annoying. I just don't think it's worth it. I have these like under eye patches that I love, but I just used some like an hour ago, so I don't want to waste another pack. Anyway, it's not the topic of this video. So you guys probably know the drill already, but if you don't, I actually used to make a lot of videos where I'd put on a face mask. No, I'd put on a face mask and just have a really long chat with you guys about how I'm feeling in life, what I'm thinking, maybe like anything current that's happening in the world, and just be real. I feel like on social media it's really hard to break down the boundaries of the viewer and the social media influencer and keep it as real as possible. I think as a viewer, and I'm guilty of this too, you tend to see this person online and you think, wow, their life is amazing because everything they post seems great and they just seem incredible and their life is incredible and they look incredible in all their photos. And it's not really real. So that is kind of what this video is, to break down, like, I'm not looking my best. I've got no makeup on. My hair is still slightly wet. I'm in a big jumper, but I would look like this pretty much every single day. And it's not a bad way to look. It's not just normal. This is my natural form. This is how I look. So like it or not, this is all I'm gonna have. So that's one of the things I think when I highlight something like, oh, excuse the way I look, which I really don't tend to say, like on my Instagram stories especially, I never wear makeup on them and I never apologise for it because I feel like, why should I apologise? It's my platform and I don't need to wear makeup, and yeah, there's no need to apologise for spots or anything like that. So anyway, that's not really to do with anything, but that is one thing. Like, I feel like when people are like, sorry about my spot, then you watch it and you're like, oh gosh, this is a spot, having spots a bad thing? Like, oh my gosh. So that's something I'm trying not to do, but I'm finding it really hard on Instagram at the moment. With when I speak out more about stuff, and I think when I try to be more positive, I notice I actually get more negative feedback than if I don't really say anything, which is interesting. And I kind of struggled with it because I'm trying so hard to push kind of body positivity and loving yourself the way you are. And then obviously when I think sometimes when people see that you're trying to do something good and spreading something positive, they tend to be more critical and actually find something wrong with it and be like, well, you've used the wrong word, or you're saying this, or you're implying this. And I find it absolutely draining, I'm not gonna lie, but I kind of carry on posting because I'm like, okay, 20 people have said this has made them feel great, one person has said, oh my god, you've used the wrong word, oh my god. So that is something I'm really dealing with at the moment, but I think it's something that most people on social media kind of deal with, especially when you're influencing, whether positive or negatively. It's one of those things kind of obviously got to be like open for criticism and all of this stuff, but honestly it's infuriating having someone message you about every single thing you say or do. Is so frustrating and tiring, and I just think, like, God, unless you're perfect, you just can't. Yeah, I don't know. I know most people try to do it in a constructive way and be nice, and then some people just like to. I had one person be like, you know, this was about my Kendall Jenner video, and this frustrated me because that video, nothing about it was negative. Nothing about it was implied. I think I preached through the whole video how you look great just the way you are, and it was literally a fun challenge. It wasn't about seeing results. I just put a results thing in because that's what they do in those videos. I don't know. So watch that video if you haven't. It'll be like on my channel. So that video, I followed her workout routine and like diet, which wasn't actually a diet. I just did like a couple of the fruit shots she does, and I got messages being like, you know, you don't understand, this is setting a really bad role model because you're implying you have to eat like this. And I'm just like, oh, it's just a challenge. Like it's not like it wasn't even a restricted diet, it wasn't restricted exercise or anything. It's a healthy lifestyle. It's like eating more vegetables, more fruit, and going to the gym. I don't see anything wrong with promoting being healthy, but also I preached through the whole video like about how you don't need to look like that, and someone had said, you know, I don't look like you, and the thumbnail makes me feel bad about myself, and I find it really hard to, like, how do I respond to that? Like, I'm really sorry that the thumbnail makes you feel bad, but no way am I trying to shame other body types. I just have one body type and you might have a different one, and I'm not going to Photoshop myself to look like you to make everyone feel good or worse or whatever. Like, every body type is so beautiful, and I found that really really frustrating, because I was like, you can't say that my body frustrated you in the thumbnail, because where's my body? Like, I can't help the way I look, and yeah, that just really frustrated me. Anyway, the topics that I wanted to cover go with something like this. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was Instagram, whether it's real or not. So you guys have probably all seen those videos going around, and I feel like it's not necessary for me to make one, to be honest, because it's kind of all been said and done. But okay, there's before and after pictures, or like the in real life and like on Instagram pictures came out of like Instagram models. I'll try and insert some like here if you guys haven't seen them. People like Tana Mojo, who really face tune their pictures and edit their pictures, and it really got the internet like shook. And I feel like personally it really shocked me actually. I got like food in my mouth, yuck. It really shocked me, because for such a long time now I have been like comparing myself to people online and thinking, gosh, why don't I have such a ridiculously flat stomach like this person, but then they have huge boobs and a huge bum, and why don't I look like that, and oh my gosh, all of this. And oh my gosh, I've literally been striving to look like something that doesn't exist. It's actually not real, and it's kind of just hit me over the past few weeks, and I'm kind of struggling to deal with it, because I'm one of those people, I try so hard to promote body positivity and loving yourself, and it's so hypocritical, because I'm so critical of myself and the way I look, and I'm so critical in my thoughts and everything. So I feel like I think when I try to like preach and like tell people to love themselves, it's almost trying to tell myself, I don't know. So yeah, that really like, I was like, wow, what am I even doing? So I think I'm kind of changing the way I look at food and eating, because if I'm honest, I'm not happy with how I am, and not how I look, but how healthy I am and stuff. I think since I started college, because there's just vending machines and all there is unhealthy food, all I ate was rubbish. It's almost been 2 years of eating absolute crap, and that obviously, one, will change the way you look, and also changes the way you feel. I think it's really changed how I feel in myself and about myself, and just in general it's changed my mood, and I think actually unhealthy food can really do that to you. I'm going to move this down a bit, because there we go. So recently I've decided, actually we've got a few weeks till months, sorry. I just want to be healthy myself, and I think when I feel like I've made the biggest effort to be healthy, I will feel more confident. I also I do want to tone up, if I'm honest, and I know you guys think, oh well, you always say to me, oh you don't need to, but I post, this is the thing, I don't post when I look rubbish or bloated, or I say rubbish, you know, my version of rubbish for me. Just because I look bloated or however doesn't mean other people who are bloated look bad. Oh, I find it so hard to say stuff like that in videos, because I know I'll get backlash. But if I, in myself, know I look my like worst that I have for a while, I don't want to post that online, because it doesn't, it's like posting like to like what, 50,000 people that watch my story. Hey guys, I look and feel really crap about myself right now. This is what I look like. Like, it's actually impossible to post that. So I'm trying to break sorry, that I can't speak. I'm trying to break that boundary down of always showing like when I look my best, and who I love for that is Chessie King on Instagram, spelt with the CH. I don't know how else it could be spelt. She's so funny, and I just love how realistic she is. Literally love her. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm trying really hard. Actually, yesterday I cooked a katsu chicken curry, and I want to actually film this for a mukbang, and film myself cooking it and then actually eating it and doing like a little mukbang. I think that'd be fun. But I actually cooked, and it was so yum. Not to toot my own horn or anything. I feel like I'm getting a stutter in this video, not sure why. Not to toot my own horn. It tasted absolutely yum, and I did it all from scratch. I was so proud of myself. So stuff like that, learning to cook, I think is making me feel, I really enjoyed it, and I feel like I'm kind of getting a bit of control. My mum made fun of me so much about how awful I am at cooking, or the fact that I just don't cook anything. So I'm trying to prove her wrong, to be honest. So that is that. So basically what I want to say on that point, I'm sorry if this seems like rambling, but I think you guys enjoy me just talking. So to summarise the Instagram thing, basically, why are we trying so hard to look like people that don't look like themselves? Like, there are Instagram people that I follow that I want to look like, and they don't even look like that. Like, what? I'm kind of going to leave that part there. I've got a couple more things I want to talk about. I want to do another video because I have like 6 different topics. I really want to cover everything. So another thing I wanted to actually talk about was Mike's death. So if you don't know, Mike from Love Island last year, I think, actually really sadly committed suicide, or as far as I know, I'm pretty sure that's what the news says, so please forgive me if I'm wrong. Also, anything I say, I am being like as respectful as possible. All respect and condolences to Mike's family, or if you knew him. It's obviously it's a really hard thing. I think there's been a lot of like loss recently, and I don't know why I'm getting like emotional. Right. This video I was watching about it, I think it was on This Morning, and the man had said there are 18 suicides a day, I believe, in the UK, 12 of which are men, I believe. I'm really sorry if those facts are wrong, but it's so heartbreaking because there's such a weird stigma around men and boys not being able to talk about how they feel, and, you know, having to man up and sticking to these gender scripts that are given to us, what socialised into us when we're so young, and being told to, yeah, man up. Like, what does man up even mean? Like, and why are men not supposed to cry, and why are men not supposed to be talking about their feelings? Because it's just destroying, I don't know. So I'm going to leave a bunch of charities down below for suicide hotlines and mental health hotlines and help and charities and stuff, because please, if you are watching this and you feel like you need help, please give yourself the opportunity to get help and get better. And life is really incredible, and sometimes you just need a hand to see that. And I think actually give yourself the chance to experience life and all the great things it brings. I'm not really sure, obviously, the circumstances of his death, so I don't want to speak out particularly about him, but when you leave Love Island, I think you're thrown into this whirlwind of like fame and money and press and like all of this press coverage and kind of hate and love, and I think it must be so difficult to navigate, because it's not like a small bill. You come out and you're suddenly famous and everyone thinks they know you from this cut up, completely manipulated TV show. I just think there really needs to be more support, but it's kind of one of those things where they get what they want out of you, and then they just chuck you out the other side and then don't really care what they've done to you, which is a real shame, I think. So that's another thing. I don't understand why there's not more support at all. But yeah, I just want to mention Mike's death. I think it's so upsetting, and I really hope that if you're watching this and you feel like you need to speak out and have some help and talk to someone, please reach out to them. Like, I'm sure if there's not someone that you can talk to, like a parent or a guardian or a friend or a teacher or your friend's mum, or then there will be someone like on a hotline or a charity that you can call. As I said, I'll link some below. So yeah, that's really upsetting. And I think the final thing I'm going to talk about today, I have a bunch of topics, but I want to talk about them in a separate video because I don't want to make this like 40 minutes long, is actually the attack on the mosque in New Zealand. This one I also really struggled with. I hadn't addressed it for a long time, and I think I got a message saying like, why haven't you addressed this? Like, and I find it hard as like a social media influencer having to address every single situation in the world, because I think people see that you have this platform and think you should be influencing everyone, and it's so difficult to cover the right topic, and with one of those things like a terrorist attack like this, and so cruel and such cold-hearted awful attack, I genuinely just think I didn't know what to say. Like, I think it's so obviously upsetting, and I think the difference in how this man is portrayed in the media compared to other terrorists, he wasn't even labelled a terrorist. I think that's also a huge cause for upset, because it's so, the reaction and the labelling of the two different types of attacks is so different, and how can the reaction be so different just depending on where you're from or like your religion, or it's just so heart-achingly unfair. So yeah, I just wanted to mention it's just so awful, and I'm really sending my love if you are grieving or if you live in New Zealand and you're super shook up. I think anyone would be. It's just so awful. There was just so much hatred in the world. I just don't even understand. And I think that's bringing part of my sociology in. That's part of because we live in such a diverse world and stuff, and I think everyone has so many different values, but for some reason I think because everyone has different values, and that's totally okay and that's totally normal, but I think some people view that as a bad thing and actually think they have the right to take someone else's life because it's different. I will never ever understand. But yeah, I just wanted to mention, because I mentioned briefly on my story and someone had said they were kind of upset because I didn't look like I was concentrating. I think I was doing what I'm doing now, which is looking to the side, because I feel like I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm going to say. So I wanted to actually address it in a video and like talk about it, because obviously it's so upsetting, and it is one of those things where I just couldn't find the right words to say how awful it is and how my heart is out with everyone that's been suffering. And this world. Sometimes you have to laugh instead of cry, to be honest. This world is a cruel, awful place. But also it's amazing, it's got some incredible things, but it's just, yeah, so sad. So yeah, that was my video, kind of talking about what the hell is happening with our world. What is happening at the moment, truth behind Instagram, kind of covered mental health a little bit. If you guys want a more in-depth video on anything I've covered, or if you guys want other videos, I actually plan on doing another video that's kind of not light-hearted as such at all, but talking about, I have like 3 other topics I want to talk about. So I feel like if you guys want a separate video like that, but I think they didn't really fit the subjects of this video, so let me know if you guys want more chatty videos. I am usually like a lot more bubbly in my videos, but I feel like I don't want to be like smiling, because I think people sometimes, like in videos I put on my Instagram, people have taken that the wrong way and said, why are you smiling, when really it's just me trying to be like, I don't really know. I sometimes when I feel sad, and you know when you want to cry, so you smile instead. Yeah. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll have a lot more fun videos in the future. Let me know what you guys want to see. I feel like I'm in a bit of a rut at the moment, I think, because I'm just doing so much with college and it's absolutely exhausting. I haven't really had a second to think about college, I mean YouTube, but I just cannot wait. I'm taking a gap year, if you guys don't already know. I'm so excited to take some time out, find who I am, to be honest, focus on my YouTube, have fun, make friends, actually make solid friendships. Actually, I found some incredible friends, especially this year. I obviously made my first friends in the first year, and then I made a couple just really close, amazing friends, and I'm so grateful for that from college. But I'm gonna end this video. I love you so much. If you need help, please speak out, call someone, talk to someone, reach out. Like I said, give yourself the opportunity to actually enjoy and live life, because you know, such a quick decision like suicide is such a, you know, is so permanent, so unbelievably permanent in your life, and everyone else's lives, and I think there are other solutions. I love you. I'll see you in a new video. I'm more happy. God, I feel exhausted.